Hey, my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. And as always, I like to start off every day with a fresh, hot, black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. And of course, I think of my favorite quote of the century by Oscar Wilde, which says, life is too important to be taken seriously, so lighten up, folks. So today's topic is, drumroll please, travel time, part 6, yay! All right, so part 5, I spoke about 1997 when I had gone to Australia, then I went to New Orleans, and then started going to South Beach, and then from South Beach it became Fort Lauderdale. So now we're going to go to 2001. So at the same time that I started then going to Fort Lauderdale around 2007, I also then, my other stomping ground has become Palm Springs. I lived there for a minute back in 2011, but those two places, Fort Lauderdale and Palm Springs, since about 2007, 2008, are the two places that up until the pandemic, I was going to each place twice a year. So every 3 months, I'd alternate and go from one to the other. I haven't been to either place since. This video, right now, it is Sunday, listen to me, March 9th. I don't even know the date. March 17th. It's my sister's birthday. Hey, Wengie, happy birthday. Anyway, I am going to Palm Springs this Wednesday for a week. But by the time you see this, I would have gone and come back. So I'm going to get back on my schedule of going to Palm Springs and Fort Lauderdale regularly. But I digress. So the point of this video is to speak about my traveling when I was Empress with the Imperial Court of New York City. So I was Empress 2001 to 2002. I did a series on that. Hopefully you guys checked it out. Now, when you're Empress, because the New York chapter is one of like 70 chapters all over the USA and Canada, every weekend there's an emperor and empress stepping up while the next two are stepping down. So there are coronations happening every weekend. When you are representing your city, the bylaw said that I had to go to 3 of them. I went to like 15. So that year that I was Empress, oh my God, I did a lot of traveling. It was wonderful because, I would pretty much like jump on a plane on a Friday, come back Monday, be in drag all weekend, performing, all in the name of fundraising. And it was a whirlwind because when you are Empress, it's kind of like, I've said this before, you're kind of like Miss America. So you're like at the opening of an envelope. So apart from all of the duties here in New York, and that coincided with my filming the last 2 seasons of Oz, then the year that I was Empress, I traveled a lot. So I actually have my little list because I'm like, I can't remember everywhere I went. But I did remember when I looked in my book, The Life and Crimes of Fiona St. James, which you can get at Fiona, FIONAST, James.com. And I send you an autographed copy. Best $20 you'll spend. 400 pages with everything that I've done. So the places that I went to in no particular order when I was Empress was Rhode Island, Buffalo, San Antonio, Texas, San Diego, California, Burlington, Vermont, LA, California, obviously, Cincinnati, Toronto, Portland, Boston, Vegas, Hartford, San Francisco, Houston, Hamilton, Wentworth, Canada. Those were the 15 that I went to. And it was a lot. It was wonderful, though, and it was crazy, too, because it happened that we finished filming season. No, how did it go? Like the last 2 seasons, I think it coincided that I stepped up and then immediately was filming. So then we would film during the week. So made it a little tricky, but it would always work out that somehow I'd be able to leave on a Friday because either I had that day off or whatever it was. And then when I stepped down from being Empress, which that weekend, everything finished that Sunday. The very next day, Monday, was when we went back to filming the last season of Oz. So what was great about traveling as Empress was, you didn't really get to see much of the city, because Friday night would be the out of town show, Saturday, the coronation, Sunday, the brunch, and then usually you were leaving by Monday morning, and then Sunday there'd always be an after party. So I would always try to get there early enough Friday so that I could at least go out and try to explore like what was there and what was available to see. Now, some of these places also, like it seemed like everywhere you went, there was always a mall like right across the street. So, talk about mall living. We don't get that in New York City because we don't really have that. So, but then if there were like specific cities that you wanted to like see certain sites, then you made it a point to do so. But in terms of like doing anything cultural or going out there, like you kind of really had to work your butt off to make that happen, especially because like I was in drag all week and you just don't snap your fingers and suddenly become a drag queen. It takes a minute. But and some of the cities like San Francisco, I had already been to a lot of times. So places that I had already been on my own accord didn't really matter to me that I basically was like dealing with the events all week and didn't really have time to go out and do things. But it was wonderful because I've always said, I love traveling and I do have a couple of trips coming up to Palm Springs. I'm going to book Fort Lauderdale, then me and my best friend Bunnies. Hey Bunnies, we're going to Europe at the end of August for like 12 nights and going to London and Seychelles. I'm going to talk about those in an upcoming video because I've been to Europe a few times as well. But so that being Empress served a lot of purposes, doing drag, fundraising, but then it also enabled me to travel, which has always been my thing, always has been, always will be. I'm looking at the camera, I can see myself, and I'm like, this view is killing me. I'm so fortunate. I'm going to do a separate video about that, but yeah, this is my new view now in my new apartment. All right, guys, so thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for being here with me. And as always, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I love that I have this outlet. And remember, look at your bucket list, travel. If there's anything that I love more than anything, it is traveling, because experiencing new cultures and just, change of scenery and environment. Honey, even if it's just like jumping on a train and going to Jersey, my friend, hey, Cheesecake Mike, haven't done that. We got to do that soon, bitch. But even just doing that is fabulous. Just get away for a couple of days and change your environment. Gives you a whole new perspective on things when you come back. So that's just the added extra bonus. All right. Thanks so much for being here with me, guys. Love you. Till the next time.